your player bigger. There we go. So, 9-man knockout. Well, it's 139 hands, so I think that maybe this is 2 hand histories merged together. So we'll just see what happens, because I don't know. We had a bit of problems with just getting the hand history over email. So let's just see what happens. 9-man knockout. What buy-in is it? I should be able to see from my email what the buy-in is. $1 buy-in. $1 knockout. So itchy. Alright. Check out this poll quickly. Looks like Limp Stab is winning, guys. Definitely let me know if you want to vote on something. Whoa, that totally screwed up my screen. Alright, we're back. Folding that. Good fold. Folding all that. Good. Wait, what happened? Do we win those hands? Oh, okay. Ugh. Steve, my advice would be in micro stakes, only play in the early stage from under the gun, 9s plus and ace jack or better. So, queen 10 suited would just be a fold. Don't limp it. It's just going to be hard for you to play these kind of hands when you're a new player. You don't know what to do when you flop one pair. You don't know what to do when you have a draw. You might just make mistakes. So just stay very tight and just fold this hand and only play 9s better or 9s or ace jack or better. That's what you should play. Okay, so let's just see what happens. We get a very big pot. Just a small bet with top pair. That's fine. You can put in a little amount of chips. We're checking now the full house. Okay. And value bet river. Seems fine. We'll just call. Oh no, we have the full house. I mean, we have the full house, yeah. Jamming all in's fine. Good job. I like it. Apart from pre-flop. Wait, this is a duplicate hand. What's going on? Alright, that's why the hand history is double length. It's because it's duplicate. Doesn't matter, I just have to click the next button twice. I can figure it out. What's up, Ali? Okay. 5-9. Guess we fold that. It's fine. You don't want to play this hand against the raise. Just fold. Even though you have position, even though it's a small bet. Jack 9 offsuit's just not a good hand to play multi-way. Unless you're in the big blind. So my advice, even looking at these few hands, Steve, is to just play much tighter. Play much tighter. We can call that. Just check. Your post flop's pretty good. So there's duplicate hands, guys. Again, like, you don't want to limp these Broadway hands. Just fold this. Let's see what happens. Again, top pair, small bet. Another small bet. Seems fine. Just check. Alright, good. Your post flop's pretty good. Got a hand going on in the home game. Playing 18-14 over 25k hands in 180s. You think I'm calling too wide? I mean, those stats are going to be inaccurate because that's... I mean, what is that? Is that on the bubble? Is that early stage? Is that on the final table? You don't really want to look at stats like that in sit and goes because you should play differently depending on the blind level and your stack size. So yeah, just those numbers mean nothing basically. Okay, let's look at the ace-jack. I think ace-jack's strong enough to raise. So I would raise against the limper, make it 200 chips. Rather than playing... Like, this is what you don't want. You don't want to play ace-jack against 6 players. Ace-jack is a very good hand in a heads-up pot, so it's strong enough to raise and try and isolate someone. Try and get it into a heads-up pot. And this is fine because you have the nut flush draw and there's bounties and all that, so perfectly fine. But you just want to raise pre-flop. It's strong enough to play as a raise. Check that, don't hit anything. Oh, we have a straight on the turn. Good. Okay. We can fold that. We can fold, fold. A7. Just, okay. So the guy limping has less than 10 big blinds. The pot's already 390, and he only has 600 behind. So you can just shovel in now, jam it all in with your ace. You think your hand's probably better than his because he's limping, it's weak, and you have that bounty. So the extra bounty means that you can push more hands because you get that extra value from the bounty. So just shove pre-flop, jam it in pre-flop. Now you're bluff catching, and I guess value bet the river. It's thin, but it's okay. Your post-flop, Steve, is pretty good, but I think pre-flop you need a lot of work. That's the same hand. You can call here, getting 8-1, try and flop something. What program did you use to let your tables open automatically? Table Ninja? Yeah, I use Table Ninja. But to be honest, most of the time I just open them manually. But yeah, if I was to suggest something, I would suggest Table Ninja. That's just because that's the one I know. Okay, we'll fold that. I mean, you can raise this hand. Yeah, I mean, I think I would raise because we have both the blinds covered and it's a knockout structure. King 8, we can fold. King 9, we'll just fold that. 4s. Okay, like, you don't want to check when people limp and you have a pocket pair, blind versus blind. Limping is a very weak play. I guess that you have to be a little careful because he does have you covered. But look at the pot. The pot's already 440 and you only have 2,300 left. So you can win 15% of your chips. I think I would just shove. Just shove it all in. Say that this is a weak play, you have a lot of fold equity, you can win it now. If you check, it's very hard for you to play this hand post-flop, even in position, because you're not going to flop a set very often. There are going to be a lot of overcards, you don't know what to do. So just shove pre-flop would be my line. Call river, good bluff catch. Like, post-flop, you're playing very well. You just have a lot of problems pre-flop. Another well played post-flop hand. Okay. Check there's pretty good. You can, yeah, I like the check because you don't really think he has a lot of aces. And you're already ahead of like all the worst hands in that. If he has any non-paired hand that's not an ace, you're ahead. And if you bet, you can't really bet call this, and he might check raise with, you know, draws. You're going to be committed basically if you bet. So I mean, you could shove because he's very short. There's the extra bounty. I think both lines are fine. It's all, well, you can't fold though. You really can't fold. If you check, you're checking to bluff catch. So you're trying to induce him to bluff you, basically. You can't fold in this spot. The odds are really too good. He can have any kind of draw. He can have 8-7, he can have a flush draw. So you're just way ahead. Okay, Jack 8, Queen 8. Sorry guys, I've got 2 home games going on at the same time as doing this review. Is Note Caddy any good? I used it for a little bit, Poker Newbie. I found that like it would produce good, decent notes, but I just wouldn't. It'd be too much. I get information overload, where I'd have like a page of notes on a regular. It's just too. It'd take me too long to click on that name and read through all those notes while I'm trying to make a read. So it is good to get reads, but you'll have to kind of use it in your post-game analysis. So out of the games, you can read all your Note Caddy notes and then make them shorter and get reads like that. So yeah, it's good, but you need to like not just set it up and leave it. You have to do work with it outside. I mean, I would not fold here, but I guess here's the chip leader. He has you covered. I mean, he has you covered, so it's not so bad. I would limp stab. King 8. All right, we just fold. Okay, 7-2, 7-2. We'll fold that. Yeah, it does. It does tell you what hands people opened. It'll take notes of any showdown hand. So you can set it so that every time the guy 3-bets, it'll tell you what he 3-bets if it goes to showdown. Same thing like limping, you can set it so if you see a guy limp, it'll write that down in its note what hand he limped with. So yeah, any showdown hand it can give you information on. Don't limp. High blinds, just raise or fold. This hand, I would raise. 2 overcards and the flush draw is the nuts. I would defend. We have him covered. It's a knockout, so there's extra value. Just see a flop. All in, that's good. On the bubble. Just check because he has us covered. Don't want to go crazy. Don't hit anything. Just fold. Fold that. That's trunk. That's junk. I would raise this as a steal. The calendar behind you is wrong. It's Gen Khan's birthday. The calendar's always right. Thanks, Billy Sheehan. Sheehan. I'm sure I'm saying one of those has got to be right. Just fold that. Good. Like King 9 against a limper, that's good. I would shove this because we should be ahead of his limp range. Limping is weak. Limping is weak. Just value bet. You have trips. Value bet. Value bet turn. Good. You don't want to let him, you know, see a free club draw. Just bet. In low stakes games, you just want to play ABC. Bet when you have a hand and check when you don't. You don't play any weird traps, you know, just try and get that maximum value. Okay, he has us covered, so we have to be very tight here. Gotta fold the 4-5. Okay. I think in a knockout, this is definitely just a fold. A little bit too weak. Alright, we're in the money now. Nice. So, in the money, against Limper, I would just shove this hand as well. Remember, limping is weak. We're already in the money. Yes, he has us covered, so he has the bounty equity. But we've seen him do this 4 or 5 times. Like, every small blind, he just limps. So, he has nothing here. He's going to fold. Post-flop's fine. There's that nothing, but somehow he didn't bluff and you win. That's the same hand. I would just fold, I think, against a chip leader. Good. A little bit too weak. Deuce 10 is a fold. 3-6. Wow, he's walking you. Alright. Queen 6. I think, again, in a knockout, I'm just going to fold this. 10-4, fold. Push all in. Just push all in. 10 big blinds. Easy rule. First rule of sit and goes. 10 big blinds or less, all in or fold every single time. So this is 10 big blinds, all in. No min raising. 3-6, we'll just fold. Ace Jack, all in. Just go all in. 10 big blinds, all in. Limp, limp. You have King Queen. Good enough. Go all in. King Queen is like a monster hand, 3-handed. Yep, good. Nice job. Heads up time. Okay, that's the same hand. Ace King. Limp trap. Okay, it's fine. I think the way you played it's fine, but you would have stacked him if you actually raised. But I think the limp trap is okay. 8-6, don't fold buttons heads up, just limp or min raise, both are better than folding. Don't fold Jack 4. Heads up, you have to play 100% on the button until he gives you a reason not to. And then when he starts adjusting and playing very aggressive, you still play 80%. So you're playing like 80-90% of hands, even against aggressive players. So Jack 4 suited is well in that 80% range. I like the bet with the flush draw, that's good. Again, don't fold. Good raise. Raise is too small. You're raising him, and he's in position. He's getting 3-1 in position. So just make it bigger. 1,000 chips at least. Nice flop for you. Oh, kings. Seems fine. Trappy, trappy. Don't, just remember, micro stakes. Bet, bet, bet. When you have a hand, bet, bet, bet. So you need to value bet. 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 King, queen. Raise. Too small. Post flop is fine. Don't fold. Raise. You're checking an ace heads up. Just raise. I wouldn't bluff. Check. Seems fine. Bet. Wait, we just go all in? Just make a small bet. Just make a small bet. Get more value. Alright, yeah, Steve, I mean, your post-flop's pretty good, but the real issue is pre-flop. Your hand selections needs work, and yeah, you just remember 10 big blinds, all in or fold. There's a few leaks, definitely. But overall, your game's decent, man. Good job. Alright, let's play some more games. Congrats on the sub button. Thanks, Luigi. Alright, let's